Hi, so it's been a long time, a lot has happened. I just wanted to make video, update you on my planner situation, do a pen refill and just talk a little bit. And then I think I'm going to make another video where I talk about my teacher planner coming up. So that actually kind of leads into my first life update for those of you that have been following me. So we had moved out of state and I quit my job as a teacher. I had a child. That child is now a little over a year old, and I was fortunate enough to get a job back at my old school. And the situation that we were in, we had a beautiful house and it wasn't a terrible situation, but I really missed my friends and my career back here. And as a teacher, it's not like the best paying job, and where I'm at is where I can make some decent money for my retirement. Anyway, all that said, we've moved back to where we used to live, not exactly in the same city, but a city very close to that, a really small coastal city, and I love it. We are in a very tiny house now, and so there's 3 of us. I don't know if I had mentioned it, but in the past year, all 3 of our dogs, they all 3 had to be put down. The 2 mini schnauzers, they were from the same litter, and they were about 13, and they both had some pretty extreme health problems. And so we had put them down very shortly after my son was born. And then we had a little poodle mix, and I think we put him down in about February. He had a collapsing trachea. It had developed, and the vet, we didn't know how old he was because we got him, he was a rescue dog, but the vet estimated he was about 16 years old, and there was really no treatment options available. So that all happened. We've moved back here, no dogs, but with a child, and I start school very soon. So I'm trying to get back into that mental space. I'm actually going to be teaching math and then career planning, which is something I had taught before. So that will be new and interesting. I'm actually really excited about that. And yeah, my parents upped and moved back to where we are. They had never lived here at all. They lived in the same state as us, but then they moved out of state. We moved to the same city that they lived in, and now we are all moving back here to where we live, so that they can be near their only grandchild. So yeah, it's just a lot has happened. I had to fly down here, find a place to live. It was just crazy. But it's been really fun because I've seen a lot of my friends, and I feel like I'm back home again. So yeah, having said all that, I will get into the planner situation and the pen situation. So actually I'll do the pen last in case I have a spill. So I had been using this plum paper planner that I had done a video about, and it was, I think, vertical priorities set up. And I was using it for a long time. A long time, like March to July. 1, 2, 3, 4 months. That's not very long. And when I bought it, if you remember back to that video, I had the intention that I was going to start a new job, which I did where we previously lived, that I was possibly going to start school, which was also something that was very likely to happen. But then when this opportunity to come back presented itself, there was no way I could turn it down. It was what I wanted ultimately in my heart. So this became a big planner that I didn't necessarily need all this space, but I used it. I didn't use it to its fullest capacity. As you can see, I would just, once I started working, I didn't have I was at work, I had my schedule at work, and yeah, I still used it. And then when we moved, I actually used it a lot because there was a lot of stuff to do. So let me actually kind of fast forward. So yeah, I mean, I still used it. I could have continued to use my DIY planner though with as little as I feel like I actually was using it. I tried to do some reflection, and I did, and some goal setting. I'm not showing you everything up close because it's, some of it's personal. This was when I was, planning our move, and yeah, so I mean, it's definitely had enough. I had enough. I'm trying to move. My desk is very crowded these days because we live, like I said, in a very tiny house now. But yeah, I didn't do any reflection there, and so it's worked. I mean, I feel like I've had enough room. Like this was just to-dos. Like once we had moved, and actually it was nice to have all that room. Now that I'm looking at it and thinking about it, for a while there, I needed it because there's just so much to do when you make a huge move like that, and then part of it was I just really wanted something that was smaller on my desk, to be honest with you. This is, I think, the last week that I used it. And I wasn't using all the spaces, and I just kind of wanted something new. And like I said, I really wanted something smaller. I'm keeping this, obviously, because I probably will go back to it at some point. I just wanted a change for a little while I wasn't working. And I'm keeping this, though, because it has, like, my forward planning still with appointments on the monthly pages. Well, in December, I don't think I have much. I actually had a few things. But it's so big, and it's so heavy. This thing is a mammoth planner. I mean, it is huge. It's massive. And I had this. I have my control journal, which you've seen if you've seen any of my Fly Lady videos. And probably it wouldn't have been a bad idea to have just kept the control journal and the calendar all in one, printed out daily pages as I needed them for, big days, and kind of went that direction. But like I said, when I bought this, there was a lot of other things that were happening, and then, life can take some pretty major, drastic, unexpected turns. So I keep this in my drawer just because, I still have it. I still will use it at some point. I'm hoping to be able to clean some of this stuff off my desk once we're able to do a little bit of rearranging around here. But so that's that situation. So what I have been using is, this is the Success Choice Planner cover, and it's the one with the elastic. And I just, you get the itch, and I just was like, man, I really want to order a Success Choice Planner set. Like, it was small. Look at how much smaller it is. It's lightweight. I can carry it with me. And I didn't want to spend the money because I had spent so much money on that plum paper planner, and then on the daily one before, which I ended up, it just was way too much. So I decided to just throw my little uncalendar in there that I've had forever. It's undated. I have 2 of these uncalendars. So I just thought, I'm going to use it. It fits in here perfectly. I'm able to have my Success Choice address book there. And so I just ripped out the old pages, and I just actually this was old, but I didn't throw it away because it had the sample on the other side. But flip back page. This was the first week I used it. And so I did a little bit of tracking, like some things like daily tasks. I did what needs to be done this week, keep track of how old my son is. This week he is 61 weeks old. I've just been keeping track, so I like that. I put my Fly Lady zone up here, and then I just list my to-dos for the day. And if I have something important, like my mom's birthday, I put it in the yellow. I like to keep track of when my sister-in-law works because she's a nurse, and I love her, and I like to talk to her, and sometimes I have questions for her or whatever. So, yeah. And then I've been doing meal planning on this Post-it because I don't know exactly what day I think my grocery day, I don't even know. Once I start work, I have no idea. I need to figure that out. But I just started doing some meal planning because we have not had a refrigerator since May. That's a long, frustrating story. We finally got a refrigerator, so I was finally able to make a meal plan. We were living out of a mini fridge that we had in my son's room in our previous home that I would put formula in. We were living out of a mini fridge, and that wasn't fun. So now I actually could do a meal plan. So yeah, this is my plan for this week, and it's just nice. It's simple. It's small. I'm able to fit a lot of stuff in it, but it's not taking up a ton of space on my desk, and I'm enjoying it. I'm not using the monthly spread because I have the monthly, layout in the Plum paper planner, and all I did was I thought I'm just going to use it for June, and so I think I just predated it to the end of June, which was like the 28th. So I have another week left in this planner, and then I might go back to the other one. I just wanted a little bit of change, and so it's undated, and I thought, why not? If I don't use a month in there, that's not going to kill me. So that is a nice diversion. And currently the pen I am using is the Uniball Signo 0.38. I know the lighting is bad. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. Obviously my first video. And for my final trick, I am going to be filling up my husband's Lamy Safari. His is the matte black. Actually, this was my pen at some point, and I think I gave it to him. So it looks like he has some ink left over in there, but he just likes black ink. I've been using this Pelikan 4001, so that's the one he likes. So let's just do this, and then I will probably say goodbye. I hope you can hear me. My son is asleep, and this was like the only chance I've had to do anything. Yeah. And it's hard because some of my desk pieces now have to be in his room for a little while, or maybe forever. I think probably at least as long as we're in this house. And it's hard because my camera's in there and my tripod's in there and some other things are in there. So if I do have the chance to make a video, I've had a few chances in the evening. I'm like, oh, I should make a video. And then I can't because my camera's in there and I'm not going in there to wake him up. Okay, so I'm just using a syringe to fill his pen. It doesn't need to write right this second. I think he's just going to bring it to work. But he asked me this morning, can you fill up my pen? Sure, I can fill up your pen. So, if you've never seen a syringe fill before, I've done that before on my channel, but there it is. And so I think that's going to be his carry to work. He's so funny. He let me set up a planner for him. Actually, I'll talk about that in my next video that I make. But so going back to teaching, I need a teacher planner because I've tried to do life as a teacher without a specific dedicated teacher planner, and it's not happening. So I'll talk a little bit, I think, in that video about my thought process and, what I wanted to do. But, oh, geez, I guess we're unstable here. But basically, and it's so funny, I thought, well, I'll talk about this in the next video. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi and let you know that there was just some major changes. But I'm back to teaching, and I'm excited. I'm going to miss being home with my son. I've so enjoyed that, and it's been everything that I wanted, but I need to make some decent money these days. But he'll be able to stay with my parents, so I'm okay with that. But he's so cute. I just love him so much. He's going to be, well, you saw, 61 weeks old. He's going to be 14 months old. And he's walking and he's starting to say words. It's just really exciting. Anyway, I hope you can understand me and hear me in this video. And I will be doing another video on my teacher plan if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Bye.